Welcome back, everybody! Yay! Yay! Okay, enough of that. This is just kind of a recap, kind of rantish video. I want to talk about the previous videos that I uploaded and things that I hopefully can look forward to soon. Those last two videos about the FDA and the vape mod thing, the reason why they uploaded so funny, and I think one of them has about 10 minutes of nothing, and the other has about 20 minutes of nothing. Those both were originally one video, and when I was rendering the video, it decided to stop short, like when it was like 98% rendered, and then just went. So I had to split it into two different videos, and when I did that, I guess there were some sound effect tracks that I forgot about, and therefore you have a 10-minute nothing and a 20-minute nothing. But the things that would have caused it, they're irrelevant. The things to pay attention to are the main bits and portion of the video. And absolutely, I think I made a pretty good case stating that e-cigarettes, e-liquid, there's not an epidemic for that at all. In fact, we're seeing a tremendous decrease in nicotine product use, whether that be tobacco or vape mods, whatever has nicotine in it, according to the CDC, Center for Disease Control. It's been in a downward spiral for a long fucking time. It's actually lower than it's been ever, really, since the invention of cigarettes, or since we started patenting them. And so, sorry about that. Sorry about that. That 10-minute and that 20-minute nothing period. I tried to avoid it, but if I was a little bit more patient, I probably just would have tried rendering it again. But it took like 15 hours or something like that to render. It was ridiculous. I think it was just all the effects that I put into. I shot it in like a higher resolution of HD. It wasn't just 1080p, and I didn't mean to do that. I hate doing that because the software program cannot handle anything over 1080p. So, it is what it is. There was also an hour-long video rant thing that I have, and I've been kind of reluctant to release it because I play it over and I look at it and I'm like, oh, it just seems stupid to me. Like, I feel like I can do better than that, so I don't think I will release that. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. But I did see that PragerU came out with a video about vaping and e-cigarettes, so I thought I might take a look at that. And with my newfound knowledge, it's not really new, I mean, pretty much confirmed what I thought already existed in the first place. I'm not talking about confirmation bias. I didn't deliberately seek out information to bolster my case. I sought out the information, and it was what it was, and it happens to be, well, it's not an epidemic. But PragerU has a video against e-cigarettes and smoking, which is a typical thing of that branch of conservative, is that they're a lot like the authoritarian left. They think that if something is disagreeable, if they don't like a certain behavior or lifestyle or something like that, it shouldn't be allowed. And I don't like that way of thinking. I think that's a terrible way to think. I kind of go by the philosophy that will just, bygones be bygones, live and let live kind of thing. Do your thing, I'll do my thing. So, I could look at that and see if I could take a crack at it. I don't know. I also want to get up I want to do another live stream because that was actually really fun when I did the live stream with the video game. Had been a while since I've done a video game live stream, but it was nice interacting with everybody doing that. So I want to do it again. If I can find the time to do it, I will. But sometimes like I have to be in the right mindset to be able to do it, because a lot of times I'm stressed out getting home from what I do for money, and just not in the right mindset to be doing a live stream at that time. But somebody has brought to my attention that YouTube has a tier system that they don't really talk about. Now, we all know about the tier system where everything gets demonetized. That's one of the tiers, and I think the majority of the content creators, especially in the neo-skeptic, kind of skeptic, social, political commentary sphere of YouTube, have all experienced just flat demonetization. If not flat demonetization, you've been demonetized almost to the point where it's almost not even really worth being monetized, really. But there's another thing that's happening. We know about shadow banning. We've heard about that. But did you know that? Okay, here's one thing to look out for. If one of the things that they're doing is that when you make a video, like let's say 500 people watch that video, YouTube will tell you it's still only 26. Let's say 26 views, even though it's had 500 views. This is a different tier. This means they're about to shut you down. And there's a particular type of content that they target, and I think that's kind of like the QAnon crowd that they do that with. Not really sure. The truthers, the kind of conspiratorial stuff, I suppose. Not really sure, but there was a case of a dude that was doing that. And I don't know what his name is. Maybe I can find a video clip of somebody else talking about this. And in which case there will be a cutscene of that.
Little rant on the, yeah, exactly, there you go. See, you already kind of, the algorithms, exactly. But yeah, the game 23 and the Cicada 3301, we covered that. But since today's the 23rd, I figured I'd go on today and actually no, but the other thing is the YouTube, dude. The YouTube's starting to go a little hamster on the fucking algorithms, dude. Let me finish this game real quick and then I'll start talking. I'm gonna have to do that little FBI copyright thingy speech. So get flagged for no reason, or they take down my fucking the stream. Fuck you. Did you see what Alex Jones said to Congress? Ooh, did I miss that? No. He actually like addressed Congress? Wow. See, I'm out of the loop on that. Put a link up, my man. Thank you. That'll give us some. What did he say though, too? You might as well give me a little snippet of what it was said. I'm gonna have to check that out though after this. Wow, he addressed Congress. So what's he saying, that they're targeting him for censorship? They're targeting him for censorship? Is that what's going on? Is he still crying about that, even though there's He basically saying the first, yeah, see it, okay. So did he like say he wants them to reinstate it and shit like that? Like I said, guys, it's all fucking smoke and mirrors anyways. You know, they wanted him to, you know, to be the first one to get so-called censorship, you know, censored or whatever the fuck you want to call it. The shields are out in force, saying Google's corporation doesn't have respect. Yeah, the First Amendment, exactly. And that's what they want people to start going crazy about. And that's what they want to go start getting crazy about too. You know, they want people to just start going, which some have, dude. Like I've been seeing other channels, you know, they're like, oh my god, they're censoring us, they're censoring Alex Jones, you know, he was awesome, he's awesome, and blah blah blah. So yeah, basically that's like I said, that's all divide and conquer to put everybody in a box. Shit. Fuck that dude. And also it's got to do with some certain YouTuber that you better use your little copyright speech, because I was telling this other dude I had that stuff on YouTube. And yeah, the thing is now, guys, that oh shit, if you're like talking stuff on, like I said, a lot of the shit that YouTube doesn't want you to talk on, you guys have to say it's your opinion, this is only a commentary, whatever, or do that, or show that FBI free copyright little tag that they have. You can easily just copy and paste that shit. And you know, since I don't do it, you know, I've been doing streams, so I'm just gonna read it out. All right, let me read this little thing here so I can get to what I want to get to. Where the hell is it? Here we go. Okay, let's see. Public notice of nonprofit educational fair use in compliance with Title 17, Section 107 of the United States Copyright Code. Notice. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit videotapes or video. Oh my god, what the hell? One more time. Notice. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This infringement of copyright is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody. So again, for educational and discussion purposes only, people. All right, YouTube algorithms, now I can say what the fuck I want. So fuck off. Cause all right, sheeple, look for is it William Douglas Gregory? Hold on, I'll tell you the dude's name in a second. William Gregory Douglas. I had it backwards.
William Gregory Douglas. I had it backwards.
William Gregory Douglas gets arrested by FBI feds because he said that he was going to go and shoot up YouTube employees. And this guy is well known. I don't know if you heard of him, sheeple, but he goes under the channel Liam X Male Revolution.
Liam X Male Revolution.
He I've talked to this dude. He goes back like a long time. He's been in the game for a while. He covered Pizzagate. Okay, again, YouTube algorithms. Fuck you. This is this is fair use of what I'm saying. I'm just criticizing and critiquing. So yeah, he used to cover a lot of Pizzagate and basically American Patriot Upright. Yeah, dude, find his name and put the article up. Basically, from what like I said, I've talked to this dude. I've done a few streams with him. He told me he is bipolar, and he told me that he is on meds. Okay, this is a fact. I think everybody knew him for this, but other people did have like not too good experience with him. Like he used to harass people or something. I've heard from other channels. Like I said, me personally, he is a bit weird. He is a bit, but like I said, it's because of his illness. So what's going on is he was telling YouTube to, I guess there was something going on with his channel, that they shadow banned him or they were suppressing views. Now I remember speaking with him because I remember him telling me these things, and I told him, I was like, dude, look, you've been around for a while, your subs will keep watching, who cares about that shit? But the thing was, like I said, he was really, he really liked, I guess, the views and all that. I guess, I don't know, because if you go check his material, he was getting a lot of views. He was getting a lot of views. He was getting a lot of views. He 15K, 20K plus. And then all of a sudden, if you go look at his recent stuff, it's really low. So I understand his frustration, but the thing is, like I said, he has whatever you want to call it, disability, mental disability, whatever you want to say. I'm not here to judge that. I'm just saying what's happening now is YouTube. Okay, and this is from the source that I said, the mole that's in YouTube. Okay, YouTube. So good luck trying to find the moles, because I told you we're everywhere. Okay, there's always good people in these fucked up companies, Google, YouTube. All right, we're fucking everywhere. And we will do what we have to do to leak stuff out. All right, Now with YouTube is, it seems they want to focus on people with disabilities, or mental disabilities, should I say, so they can exploit that and then have people go crazy and do what he did. You know, like I said, he went on Twitter, dude. He went on Twitter calling out the owner of YouTube, whatever, the CEO, Susan Wojcicki, whatever the fuck her name is. You know, he was like threatening her. You know, and like I said, look, I'm not condoning his health. I'm not saying, you know, I'm like standing up for him. I'm just saying that if you're gonna target these kind of people, because you know that most likely they're probably gonna go a bit cray cray, then yeah, that's a big no-no. You know, and trust me, I wish I'm trying to have this person give me like some kind of a memo or something from YouTube with these kinds of you know, little sayings, but like I said, I'm not gonna dox people. Hell no, I'm never gonna say my sources. So take it as you guys want it, but all I'm telling you is when you start hearing more people from YouTube or whatever, and then you kind of find out that they have an illness or something, then there you go. You know this is fact. Okay, so just wait for... So wait for another one to happen. So wait for another victim to happen, and you know, go crazy and then believe what's being said right now. Because YouTube is, like I said, and don't forget, they want truthers to look like idiots. They want truthers, you know, so people think that we're all fucking crazy and that we don't know what we're saying. And, you know, they're like, oh yeah, well, look at this guy. He's over there harassing people and making death threats. Okay, that's what they want to do. They want to put people in that fucking frame of mind of that truthers are a bunch of idiots. We just, you know, we don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're saying, and everything we are saying is basically lies. Okay, that's what they want us to do. We should totally bust them out. Well, Monday, tomorrow, dude. Tomorrow he goes to court. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'll definitely be checking it out. And she used to do like those weird videos, those weird exercise videos, and she also went to YouTube and then shot people and then killed herself. I don't know if you heard of that one. I forgot her name, dude. It's a weird name. Is that what it is, Nasam? I don't know. If that's what, put that up there too, dude. But see, look that was the first one. Okay, and she also, I don't know if she had a mental disability or what, but all I know is like they're targeting people that have these kinds of sickness, whatever you want to say. Whatever it is you want to say. Whatever it is you want to say, these kind of people, they want to grab them and fucking, you know, twist everything around and make people start thinking, like I said, that the truthers, conspiracy theorists, whatever you want to call us, that we're all a bunch of, you know, kooks.
And also, for those of you that don't know, that is Rick's 4D Block, the guy that I have done a few chat sessions with. And I will leave a link to that video in the description below. So if there was a cutscene just then I found it. If there wasn't, then I didn't find it. But there was a guy that had bipolar type 1 disorder, and the guy was proclaiming that YouTube knew this about him and was specifically doing things to him to fuck with his head. And I guess he ended up making a death threat at the YouTube Hub Center. And FBI SWAT team, everything was called out on him. He was arrested, got released, found out he had no intention of doing this, found out about his mental illness, and his channel got completely taken down. So, there was speculation that they're looking into your medical records, and that would be a completely illegal thing if they were doing that. And I don't know what level of validity that has. I am skeptical of such things. I don't have a lot of high faith in humankind. I don't think we're as intelligent as we like to think we are. I think we're just kind of dumb animals that kind of poop, pee, eat, and sleep, and fuck. So I suppose I'm somewhat nihilistic. But I'm skeptical of that. But it has been reported, it is a thing, I guess, that, I mean, you know, this did happen. The thing in question is whether or not YouTube is grabbing medical information on individuals. And I mean, I suppose it wouldn't be that hard, especially if people are coming out on YouTube talking about their mental health issues, such as me talking about having bipolar type 1 and panic and anxiety disorder. So, I mean, like, it's a quick peer into someone's life, really. I mean, especially video vlogs. I mean, a lot of content creators do that to try and give you a little bit of background on where you're coming from, I suppose. I suppose that's irrelevant. But that is a thing that is going. So there's like 3 different tiers of YouTube saying, we don't like you. And so when you get to the tier where you're getting views on videos, but it's not showing you that, you've made it to the shit list, I guess, the official shit list. Another thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to do another video game video art video. I haven't done one of those in a while. They take a really long time, and I really enjoy doing them, but it does take a lot of my fucking time. Those videos take forever to render, forever, and just to make. So that's why a lot of them that you see are like, a lot of them that I've put out, like by the time I put them out, it's like a game that I had with somebody like several weeks ago. And it also cuts down on the other type of content that I do. So that's another thing that I wanted to look into, and there was something else. I kind of wanted to back off of the alt-left, alt-right social justice crap for a minute. And I was like, I've talked about it before, and I haven't done it. But I've talked about wanting to do a video about the different philosophies of counterculture movements, like the different philosophies between goths and hippies, or goths and punks, which really there's less of a philosophical difference between goths and punks than there is between goths and hippies. But I thought that's something that a lot of people like to see, the gothic content, and for some reason I'm at a loss. I don't know what to tell you on the goth community. It is a subculture, and I think everybody knows that by now. And there's a lot of speculatory things about the goth community, and I don't know that there's anything that you could say definitively as truth, because I think one thing that you can definitely say for sure about the goth counterculture, it is a taste of the dark aesthetic, and you tend to have a liking towards darker, kind of macabre things, maybe melancholia. Those things are interesting in the goth counterculture. They're an act of interest, as well as like there's a huge impression of individual expression, as well as romanticism. And when I say romanticism, I'm talking about like I'm talking about what they say when they say romantic from like a literature standpoint, that it's kind of theatrical. It plays on the cusp of idealism versus realism, and I think that's traditionally where the Romantic movement sprung out of in the Victorian age, is that sort of concept of battling between nihilism and realism. So it's hard to say anything definitive about the goth counterculture. I mean, I could sit here and say bands that are blatantly goth, and you'll have people come out and say, well, what about this band, what about that band, and this band? And I'd be like, well, yeah, I know about them, but I wouldn't consider them goth. And people get their feelings hurt, or they become defensive and whatever. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you Marilyn Manson is goth. Marilyn Manson is not goth. He's not. Maybe him like Brian Painter, the artist, might be goth, but his band, Marilyn Manson, is not goth. Neither is Rob Zombie, White Zombie. White Zombie was better. This is not to say that I don't have appreciation for those bands. It's just that they're not goth. They're not. So I thought about maybe doing like the philosophy behind these different countercultures, so you can kind of compare and contrast and see the difference. And so that was an idea on the table, and every time I do this, every time I'm like, well, here's some ideas I have on the table, I'm not sure if I'm going to do them or not, this is what I want to do. Some social justice thing like rears its ugly head somewhere in social media, and it's plastered in front of my face, and I'm like, I have to do a video about this. This is too obnoxious to let go. It's just too tantalizing. We'll see. And October's coming up. So, but yeah, I really wanted to get on and talk about the 3-tier system of YouTube in that last year that I talked about. That's the important thing about this video, is that, and my condolences, or my apologies for the 10 minutes and then the 20 minutes of nothing on the last 2 videos I released. And if I release a video that's about an hour long and it won't have like, I won't make a cover photo for it, it'll just say like, this is a video that was supposed to be released instead, or in place of this one, or whatever. You'll know that was basically just junk, that I'm showing you like the transformation of, like, it went from this hour-long thing, and then I compressed it into, like, a 30-minute video. And it wasn't nearly as ranty, and you could kind of compare and contrast to see, like, where it came, like, how you get from this to this. I don't know, I thought maybe it would be interesting, so you could see, like from my perspective of, like, okay, I created this video on this topic, no, this is garbage, throw it out, and then make another one and cut it in half, and there you go. And so you can see like there is a big difference between the two. Big difference. So those were the 2 important things, was apologizing about that 10-minute and 20-minute weirdness, and then the tiers. And with that, I think, well, you know, like, share, subscribe, and comment, and bell button, and that out.